Hey there, internet people. Doing one more today. So, I also picked up this Chinese SKS. I know it's in a synthetic stock, don't come at me. I actually like the way these look in synthetic stocks like this. So that's why, I got this particular rifle. It's already in one. I don't have to, bubba it up myself. It's already there. But the reason I'm making this video today, I wanted to show you something. There's another YouTube video, or YouTuber, and his channel's name is, I think, Factory 26. It might be Triangle 26. But he has a video on how to date these things. And I think that he's probably right. Because the first thing I did whenever I picked this rifle up was I looked at the serial number. He said you look at the first couple of numbers on your serial number, and that should be your date code. You add 1955 to your serial, to the first two numbers on your serial. Well, if that was true, if it was the first two numbers, that would make this a 1987. And by that point, they were commercialized, and I believe that they would be a direct number. He talks about that in his video also, that it'd be an 87 right there. But other than that, you can also, just knowing a few things about these rifles, you can date it yourself. So if it was a 3, it'd be in 1958. So I started looking at it, and I'm actually disappointed that it's a synthetic now, because I'm pretty sure it's a 1958. Like he said, it's got the old lightning cut bolt. We know that was a holdover from the Russians. The Russians had a lightning cut on their bolt. If you look right here, you can see that it's got this graduated thing right here. This is where the threads are. This is a threaded barrel, and this is a long shank threaded barrel. He talks about that. We know that the long shank was earlier production. A shorter shank barrel, they came out with a shorter shank threaded barrel that was a little further on, and by 1987 they were all being pressed and pinned. So this is definitely an earlier rifle, right? And then something else that I noticed, even though it doesn't have a bayonet, that is where a bladed bayonet would go. So it's definitely a 1958. So that's kind of an indicator with this kind of stuff that, if something can predict things that you're going to find, I think that's a pretty good indicator that he's probably right. And I've looked at some other rifles, and sure enough, like, I've looked some more rifles online, sure enough, they seem to be right where he's talking about. So yeah, pretty cool. Check him out, and I'll talk to you guys later.